Hello and welcome back to the LAF podcast, which, as you know, stands for laughter adds flavor.
Who am I? Oh, I peeked. Dang it, I just got...
No, well, I mean, like, I peeked at the beginning, too.
What am I? Today we're talking about relatable characters, and we have our guest today, Emma. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Emma, and I like audio and movies.
Yes.
That's pretty much, that's my life. I'm sorry.
Speaking of audio, we're doing a new mic setup, so you might be able to hear me better.
Honestly, yeah. But yes, so today, as I said, we're talking about, that's it, right? Relatable movie characters.
Movie characters that we can relate to.
Yes, movie characters we specifically relate to. Well, since you are our guest, would you like to start off the bat?
I can, yeah. I think for me, like when you meet me and you kind of get to know me, it's absolutely no surprise that most of my characters are booked to movie adaptation characters, and my number one is Hermione Granger. Like, is that surprising to anyone? Probably not. I am super academic, and I really love... Like, I have a really deep love for my friends, and I only have a few close friends, you know, kind of my Ron and Harrys, but when I feel for them deeply. Yeah. And I also have, like, this huge fear of failure. Like, like it's irrational to a point, like, in Prisoner of Azkaban, the boggart, which is, like, this thing that shows your worst fear. For Hermione's is literally a teacher coming out of the cupboard and being like, you failed all your exams, and now you don't get to graduate. And I'm like, that would be my nightmare. Like, and also just, like, the fear of mediocrity and just, like, in general, just the fear of not doing well.
When you said Hermione, I was like, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. You even got the Harry Potter glasses on right now?
Yeah, I have gold circular glasses, and it's a look.
Can you give us a Leviosa?
It's Leviosa. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, that's the opposite of it. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
There you go.
And also, I just feel like so many Hermione quotes I can relate to on a deep level. When in doubt, go to the library. Yeah, that's me. That's me with the raising my hand. I have done that so many times. I've had that exact look on my face, and the hand has been overly extended. That's me. And yeah, I mean... When in doubt, go to the library.
No. I am like the exact opposite of that. I am like, no. Don't
make eye contact. Maybe they won't pick me. Yeah, no. And then like you could have gotten us killed or worse, expelled. Does that not sound like something I would say? And I don't like getting into mischief. I'm not a very mischievous person. So it's, Hermione Granger is my top pick for sure.
Well, I think that was not only is a very accurate, but a very admirable character.
Oh,
by
thank
the way.
you.
I feel like Hermione's very, very loved character. So that's I think that one's, pretty spot on. We all went to school together. Yes, no, I do know that you are very academically focused. You just came from school, didn't you?
Yeah, I graduated high school a semester early, and then I went straight into online classes within like a month of graduating high school.
This is Hermione, everybody.
This is Hermione. Hello.
Adam?
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I did want to point out, because this is something we talked about a while back, specifically like our friendship dynamic and like who we are.
Yeah.
In its most basic form, you're so a Captain America, and I'm so an Iron Man.
Yeah, there is a better.
I can see that.
There is a better Marvel one, which I'll bring up later. But yeah,
and like everyone like that, like Superman, Batman.
You are always brooding. Yeah, that's totally your personality.
I am always.
You know, when I was thinking about this, I was like, okay, let me think. If I could give you guys characters, who would I give you?
Oh, that I do want to get to that. Though, so that's a good one.
Yeah, mine are very different from the ones you're picking out from yourself.
All right, well we're gonna pick ours first.
Okay.
And then later we're gonna go and say who we think each other are.
All right.
What's it called? But and actually, we also compared ourselves heavily to like comedic side character duos.
Oh, for sure.
Like Timon and Pumbaa. I'm Timon, he's Pumbaa.
For sure.
Mike and Sully. I'm Mike, he's Sully.
Roar.
Stuff like that. But if I had to go for a character who I am independently, You know what's funny is I thought of this the other day and I was like, yeah, that is kind of accurate. I really relate to the main kid in Goonies. I forgot his name, but you guys have seen Goonies, correct?
No,
No
not
comment.
Oh wow, you guys haven't seen. You know what's funny? I hated Goonies my whole life because everyone would be like, "Oh, you're a movie guy and you haven't seen Goonies? You know nothing about movies." And I'd be like, "Okay."
That's me with Pulp Fiction. I go to a party and everybody's like, "You've never seen Pulp Fiction?"
You've never seen Pulp Fiction?
I've never seen Pulp Fiction.
Well, it's in one of those like film community like there's people like on film Twitter.
They're
and
die
TikTok
hard.
who are
I feel like
well, they don't like Pulp Fiction. They're like, "Oh man, your standard film student loves Pulp Fiction."
Yeah.
You know.
No, I've had that before, and at this point, I'm like, no movie could justify, the movie can never be so good that it justifies a reaction of, you've never seen this, in my head, it just doesn't.
Well, Pulp Fiction is so ingrained in pop culture.
Yeah,
and
it
so
is.
great. It's in every list of the greatest 100 movies of all time.
Yeah, I was about to say it's more. I feel like it's more general viewing than
It's a popcorn
film student.
movie. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like,
it's come to the point that it's basic. That's the point I was saying with the film Twitter. They're like, "Oh, your favorite from movies, Pulp Fiction. You know, you may as well have said Star Wars."
Pulp Fiction is fun. Shut up.
Pulp Fiction is fun.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know if it's it's very iconic, and I think that's why people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Mikey from the Goonies, because I can have... I finally watched Goonies, and it's just a bunch of kids screaming for 90 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
But yeah, no, I'm always screaming.
It's you
sure,
and 5 separate people.
But I've always related to being kind of the leader of my group of friends growing up and trying to get them to come together to accomplish a thing and making big dumb speeches and having an annoying brother. I have a little brother, but I don't know. I heavily felt I heavily relate to Mikey from Goonies. That's a very standard one. But,
right on. Well, hey, man. If that's what you feel, then that's how you feel.
Lucas, go ahead, buddy.
I've messed up.
Yeah?
Okay, so while I'm doing this, so I had no ideas, because I don't know why, I just completely blanked on the question, so I did what anyone would do, and I went to the internet.
As you do.
Yeah, so I did a bunch of quizzes to see what...
I thought you were just going to Google, relatable movie characters.
No, not at all. I'm going to do a bunch of quizzes because that's more my speed. But now I'm having to redo one. It was Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, actually, that makes...
Yes.
No,
go ahead. What? Tell me why while I try to bring up the little
Results?
description thing.
Oh, yeah. You're Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, because I'm having to redo this quiz, which is 8 questions, but whatever.
I've never seen Edward Scissorhands, actually.
I haven't
Wow,
either.
really?
I can't comment on it. I don't know.
I know that he's brooding and emo and has long hair.
Yeah, and he's
That's totally
played
me.
by Johnny Depp.
Well, you're emo, but not in the sense of I wear all black. And I hate everything.
You're subtly emo. It's you look at him
Subtly
and you're
emo.
Yeah, you look
That's
at
a new one.
and you're like, I get the vibe, but I don't get the aesthetic. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Burton aesthetic. We love some Burton aesthetic.
The Burton aesthetic is something. For
Okay. I got it.
Okay,
back.
you got it back?
All right. It says, you are Edward Scissorhands. You are weird and interesting. You have a mysterious aura about you that makes people curious. Totally. Also, you're imaginative and very creative. Sometimes you are afraid of hurting people only because you care about them. Am I peeking? Or is that just
No, that's
something
just
that
an old
happened? Okay. You're afraid of hurting people only because you care about them so much and don't know how to express it. You are unique and talented, and people should be glad to have you around. Congratulations. I hate the congratulations.
I'm
at the
glad
end.
to have you around.
I am glad to have you around as well.
Thank you so
You're
much.
appreciated.
It means a lot to me. Again, I did 5 of these, so I have them. Well, I don't know if I'll have to redo them again.
You didn't just screenshot them?
I thought about that, but I was like, no, they'll stay up.
Oh my god.
Didn't know.
Pages refresh in the background,
Okay, this one stayed up, so that's fine.
Sorry, I thought I just got a job. I
This
think I
is
actually
straight
did just
up.
get it. I literally think I just got a job. Yeah, this is a tangent. But yeah, no, I applied to work for Full Sail, actually.
Oh, fun. What are you doing?
Full Sail Support 1. So
Oh,
the people
Full Sail
who,
1 support?
Yeah, Full Sail 1 support, yeah. So they call me and while I'm at home, and I go, oh, who do you want to talk to? That's fine.
Oh, you're just one of those people who's like, hi, thank you for contacting Full Spring University. How can I help you?
Well, it's because it's a great job to have right now because it's full time. It's like 11 an hour, and I get to be at home, which we are in the coronavirus still right now. So it's a great time to be at home.
Dang it! That was another beginning bit. We have to go back and redo this all over again, guys.
Oh, beginning bit.
It was just we're talking about relatable movie characters. I know how much you're tempted, but please don't bring up anyone from 2012. We all feel like we're in an apocalypse right now. That was going to be.
You could just edit that
was a
in.
good one.
You could just edit that quote in now.
No.
It's
I
over
don't know
now.
how you think the LAF podcast works, but this is its placement in the podcast, and that's where it's staying. So.
Do you clean up the audio? At all?
No.
Do you
A
know
little
how to
bit.
clean up the audio?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we clean up the audio a little bit. I
Okay.
do. Do you?
No, I didn't know. I thought I.
Well,
we
those
were.
were.
Oh yeah, we had old ones that were on separate different mics. That was awful. But yeah, okay. So Emma.
Also, I do see another option on your screen here, and this one did come up for me. Andy from The Devil Wears Prada.
it's so funny because we
We
just
just-
watched the Devil Wears Prada. We just did
that
a
one.
podcast.
I think that was that the last one we recorded?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
because we watched it again. We had a wine night, and
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
It was
That's a
the
very
first-
appropriate movie for it.
I know,
Right,
right? And it was
right.
the first movie we saw. Oh, wait, no, not the first movie. It was the first time we saw the movie.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting watching it together. And it's really good. I would say, and tell me if you agree, because you've probably seen it more than once.
Oh, I've seen it many times.
Okay, yeah, because most normal people have seen this. Like, this is a movie that's a part of popular culture.
Mhm.
You know, and
Yeah.
we were just like, okay,
Well, yeah,
Meryl's
we
in it, I guess, so let's watch it.
I've heard good things.
That
Meryl
is an
Streep.
insult to Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway's great in that movie.
I
Oh,
know,
Anne
but
Hathaway's in
Meryl Streep
Meryl
steals
Streep is
it.
Meryl Streep. She
For
steals the show in just about everything she's ever
I
done.
know, but in this one, like this in particular as well.
Okay,
it's
she
just-
straight up, I don't know if you know this, on set, she complimented Anne Hathaway on something and then said, that's the last time I'll be saying
Yeah, we
anything
brought
nice to
that
you."
up as well.
Yeah, yeah.
That was in the trivia, but no, we said it was like it is like one of the like blockbuster female centric movies that can be enjoyed by dudes. It's like Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, can you
yeah,
think
for
of
sure.
any other like bridesmaids, like blockbuster female led? Like, fashion is a female. Like, this is about like it's a high heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but like it's so good that it can be enjoyed by people who aren't into that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So same thing with Mean Girls, same thing with Bridesmaids. I just couldn't keep coming up with examples.
My brother, he is not a chick flick person, and he will be the first to admit that. But he really likes the movie Last Holiday with Queen Latifah and LL Cool J.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
I know that
That's
one.
a
I've
Wolford
seen
family
it.
favorite. It's pretty great. It's not winning any awards, but I think it's a fun movie. So yeah.
Awesome, cool. All right, well,
But
you said
yeah.
you wanted to go with Andy. That's
Andy, I could see.
Andy for sure,
Completely,
because
yeah.
first of all, I have no sense of style, and I feel like anyone who played a Meryl Streep character would be like, florals for spring or a graphic tee with denim, groundbreaking. Like
Yeah.
it's not like I have no sense of style, but like I work hard and like I would transform myself to fit. I don't know if this is relevant. I'm an Enneagram 3, which is like a personality type. And so my thing is like, I will fit my personality to mesh with yours. Like, I'm kind of like, and I'm not like a sociopath or anything. Like, I won't be a completely different.
No, I get it. It's like just tuning your personality.
Yeah, just kind of
to the
tweaking it a
situation.
little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. So I do that a lot. And I feel like Andy does that a good deal. You know, she doesn't do it to an extreme of like, you know, becoming Emily or whatever, but
Yeah.
she Emily.
I'm sorry, I'm
How
having a
many
moment.
times
Yeah,
do I
yeah,
have to
no, I
scream?
see you. What are you doing?
over there?
What's
You have a
Because
moment.
I got the job.
You got the full
Yay!
I got the
Woo!
job.
You got the full
A full time
Nice.
a full time stay at home job where it pays better than what I'm doing right now.
Yay.
Does this mean that your Amazon thing is?
Oh yeah, I did not want to work at Amazon because that's like Thursday,
Okay.
Friday, Saturday from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah, no, nobody wants to work at Amazon.
But it pays well. But like I could stay at home and just sit on the phone. Like, yes, I'll take that any day. Wow,
Yay!
Congratulations. This is a big episode.
It's a big episode. I
but-
also might be getting a job. I might be a sound mixer for a short film, 8-day short film shoot in September in Astor, Florida.
That's
Yeah.
odd. People are still making movies.
People are still making movies, man.
Are they doing them at Full Sail right now?
They're doing a couple.
I-
They're doing one
Is it
2-day
Flo's?
APN shoot.
Is it Flo's?
Who's-
Florencia?
No.
Oh, okay. I know because she was supposed to do her APN when I was supposed to do my last movie,
I think
Mhm.
she
Actually.
did. I think she just missed it. Like,
and she was
a couple
heavily
months
pushing to
ago.
like do it. She was like, "Oh, we gotta raise money to fly people back here to do it." And I'm like, "You're
That's not gonna
stretching."
happen.
You're
Yeah.
stretching. About Andy Sachs. Sorry to get off track. But yeah, one of I think the most admirable aspects of you is that you are very proactive. And like and that's kind of
Thank you
Andy's
so
whole
much.
character in the movie is that she's like, all right, well, I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm gonna work as hard as possible. Great question actually. Simon Baker plays her not love interest because she's dating someone, and
her
the movie,
almost love interest.
but like they
They
get
hook up,
busy.
don't they?
Yes,
They
yes.
hook up once. Now the question for
Mhm.
you
Hate
is:
that you're bringing this up.
is he hot?
He looks Australian. Is he Australian? He has that look to him.
I wouldn't be surprised. If
I
he
have-
was.
He does have that
There
look
are
to
some
him.
people that I look at them and I'm like, are you
Not
Australians?
Saying that Australians. I have
I
anything
think
against
in this
Australians.
specific picture, nah. In the movie, they make him seem attractive. But like, I
Uh-huh.
look at him and I'm like,
Well, what's
no.
attractive about him in the movie? Because I know
His
he's kind of a
hair.
jerk. He's
his hair.
Oh, okay,
I'm a
yeah.
sucker for a
Yeah.
guy with good hair.
Mm.
That
Adam Driver, George
we-
Mackay,
we-
all these guys. They're
during
adorable.
the last podcast, we got into it about whether he was attractive or not, because I do not think he is attractive.
I think he's like that
He's
old
fine.
attractive, like George
He's like-
Clooney. You know, like he's
like-
old and rugged, but like he's still good looking. He's blonde. He's in
No,
good shape.
don't-
I don't think he's a
Chiseled.
George Clooney.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think he's
Thank you.
good looking enough.
God.
No, I compared him to the guy from what's it called? The girl hospital show, Grey's Anatomy. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about. I
The-
know
the
who you're
main
talking about, but I don't
guy.
know his
Yeah,
name.
the main guy. Oh, Patrick Dempsey.
Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's
I'm
like
not into Grey's Anatomy.
my mom is. That's a mom show to me.
It's a mom. My mom was into Grey's Anatomy for a while, and then she was like, "There's too much character drama, not enough medical stuff." I got bored. And I was
Really?
like,
I would want none of the medical drama. Like, don't even say medical words.
my mom, she's a former veterinary technician, so she's like, "Give me the medical stuff. I want
but
to know
they
about
just
it."
get it wrong. Because I've seen so many videos where they're like, lawyering things that they got wrong.
She
about
doesn't
this
know it.
movie.
She doesn't know the specifics. She's
Oh.
a veterinary technician, not like a
okay.
human technician.
We've gotten
We've gotten very off topic.
Yeah, we jumped around
Let's-
topics.
let's-
Adam,
you might
do you
wanna
have
just
a-
edit that out.
No, it's
a
fine.
second,
Do you have a second one?
Yes, actually, and I'm embarrassed by this one, because growing up, I heavily related to Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character in 500 Days of Summer. I forgot his
Oh
name.
yeah. Well, I don't know
His
but
name,
I
yeah,
could see
Tom.
that as
Tom,
well.
Oh yeah, that movie.
Well, I
What's
think
the last name?
Yikes.
It's something with an H. Haberford?
I don't
no,
know, but
that's
I
from
think-
Parks and Rec.
I think the point of that movie though is that like we all were that guy at some point.
Well, I know
Like-
the
like-
point of
like-
the movie is that he's wrong. Like, I
No,
now know
yeah.
that. But growing up, I was like, yeah, bitches be tripping sometimes,
Oh my
you know?
God.
No, I think everyone handled that poorly, honestly, in that movie.
I
I
think
mean-
everybody just kind of missed the
I mean,
point of the movie.
yes, Zoe Deschanel.
Oh, no, that's for sure. Yeah, because, like, even, like, Joseph Gordon-Levitt to this day still tweets about it with this movie. He's like, yeah, no, guys, Tom is the bad guy of the movie.
It's like
Yeah.
guys who say their favorite horror movie is American Psycho, or their favorite movie in general is American Psycho,
Or like
and
Fight
they
Club.
think they're supposed to be
or Wolf
like
of Wall Street.
the main character, and I'm like,
Yeah.
No.
okay, ladies, if a man says his favorite movie is American Psycho, run,
Oh,
because what's his name?
Patrick
Patrick.
Patrick
Bateman, yeah.
Bateman is not a good guy to model your life after because he's literally a murdering psychopath.
But like society has that problem. We idolize these characters. Like I know of one of the big ones is Rick from Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Rick from The Walking Dead, and I was like, that's a lot to unpack there.
The guy who holds his gun at a weird angle,
I
so
hate
it's
that.
not.
Stupid.
Yeah.
And then the way I know he can't help it because of his accent, but he just Carl. It's so funny.
So Tom. Oh, and more especially than Tom, because I don't know. We didn't say this because he asked me this earlier, and I was like, oh, I guess you could say anything. Character. You could say characters from anything if you want to. So if you think of any now,
Okay.
Because I don't know what he wanted to say, but I know that when he said that, I was like, oh, if I had to pick out a character from a TV show, I hate that I've identified with this character. It's the exact same character as Tom from 500 Days of Summer. Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother. I've always felt like this hopeless romantic that's going out there and, really trying his best and just being a nice guy. And now I hate Ted. I've rewatched the show recently. Oh, I hate Ted. I hate him. He's such a jerk.
Happens?
Yeah, he's such a jerk the entire time.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, just live your life. You're making yourself miserable for like a decade. He made himself miserable in this pursuit, and it's just like, you don't find the person that you're gonna love by actively pursuing it. You find it by just living your life, and then it happens.
Well,
so that's why I hate these romantic characters.
Look on the bright side. Now you're Marshall and I'm Ted.
Oh, jeez.
Straight up, honestly.
Yeah.
I did have one from a TV show. I didn't know if we could talk about it though, but I've been told many times that I carry a lot of Leslie Knope energy. And I don't know.
Yes, for sure.
I don't know if it's because I'm from Indiana and I just have that Midwestern thing, whatever that thing is, but I've been told I carry heavy Leslie Knope energy. Like, I've been told I look like her when I had long hair, even though I definitely don't see that, but, like, I've been told I carry Leslie Knope energy.
I can definitely see the Leslie Knope thing. Like you said, you're a very hard worker, but you do it with a kind of can-do attitude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely can see that.
And
I'm also... you have really good... Well, obviously, you brought the topic. I was like, dang, she's had really good ones.
She's knocking it out of the park.
And I'm sitting here
she
like...
had time to think about this.
The kid from Goonies. But yeah, no, that's
you
very
guys
spot
said
on.
I could make a list, so I made a list.
That was good. Yeah, no, literally, because literally the way to explain that you are Leslie Knope is by when you asked me to be on the podcast, which, by the way, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
We love when people
it
want
was on
to
my
be a
bucket
part
list
of
to
this.
be on a podcast, so I was like, this would be fun to be on a movie podcast.
But I was like, you could pick a movie or even a topic that you want, and she was like, can I do a list? And I was like, yeah. And then she immediately sent me a list of stuff.
Well, because I was like, I sent him a text and I was like, okay, I'll get back to you. I'll have it to you by like Wednesday. And it was like Monday. And then I was like, okay, I obsessed over it. So here's this list of things that I made. And it was like 2 hours later after I sent the text that, I'll give it to you on Friday. 2 hours later, I obsessed over it. Here's a list.
That's very Leslie Knope. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I was trying to think of like, because a lot of people have seen The Office. So I'm trying to think of like an Office character that I would relate to the most, but I can't think of one.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're going to do The Office? Oh. Wow.
Oh, no.
This topic comes up often.
We literally were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, we were
watching The Office.
Yeah.
So I've been compared to Andy with my dedication to bits.
You're like a mix of Andy and Michael.
Yeah, I've 1000% been Michael. Like, my entire time at Full Sail, like, I was like
your
this
entire
dumb
time at Full Sail, you were
person
Michael.
that was like leading everyone and wanted everyone to come together and be friends, but everyone like
you were
hates
positive
each other.
to a fault almost.
Yeah, and like
for sure.
So I mean, I love Michael.
Uh-huh.
I get that he's cringy and awful in a lot of ways, but like I love Michael.
I love Michael too.
I also love Andy. After he becomes, because he evolves super hardcore.
Yeah, he does.
He starts out awful, then he becomes great, and then he becomes awful again.
And then he's fine.
It's like a sine curve.
Well, no. I'm talking about when he leaves. Like he's
No. When he like the end of the show.
I refuse to watch the last season of it just because
the finale's alright.
No, the finale is it wraps everything up very nicely. I will say that.
I think for me it's a tough decision. I don't really know who I would pick, but like my favorite character on The Office is Creed, just because I think he's the best character on The Office. But because everybody's like Jim, Pam, Michael, Dwight, and I'm like get Creed. Like, but I don't know. I'm probably like a
Angela.
Oh,
fuck you!
If I have to be Michael, then you have to.
No. I remember when we first brought off this topic, and I was like, I was analyzing everybody. And then I was thinking about myself, and I couldn't come up with anything. And then I was like, oh God, am I Pam? And yeah, I feel like that's the best fit.
I was gonna say like Phyllis for me, but you gave me Angela, and I'm like, shit, you're right. Fuck.
Well, like,
Damn,
I don't know,
Angela.
there's not many characters in The Office that are, like, admirable. Like, I
No,
would
they're all
love
just
to be
people.
them, you know?
They're like supposed to be just people.
Like, I like Oscar.
Oscar.
That's about
and,
it. Like,
yeah.
Pam,
Like if I were to
guess.
meet any of those people in real life, I would tolerate Jim, but I think my favorite person in that office would be Oscar.
Oscar's great. I love
No,
Oscar.
yeah.
Because he's like the only person with like
Well,
An education.
senses.
that's the thing. That's what I talked about her. He's the gay straight man. He's the straight man of the group in like, he's the guy who's the normal one.
Oh,
who reacts to everything.
Straight laced,
Yeah.
but he's gay.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's an argument for me being Ryan. First of all, at full, I was
I was
always the young one.
I was always
dyed
thinking
my
about that.
hair blonde.
Your middle name is Ryan.
I've had unhealthy relationships in the
Your
past.
middle name is Ryan.
My middle name? I like how you got that before I did. I was like, my middle name's Ryan. Oh, my middle name's Ryan.
Ryan started the fire.
I do love Ryan and Kelly are my favorite. Like their relationship is my favorite aspect of The Office.
I just love I'm like really tempted to put on my graduation cap. You guys don't understand. I'm like really smart. And this is a picture of Kelly Kapoor.
Oh, I love Kelly. She gets so much better as the show goes on, as the more time that they give her,
Mm-hmm.
and then more that they like. Because she starts out normal. The more cartoonish her character gets, the more I like it.
Yeah.
Because she's just listing all the rom-coms. Lucas, I'm sorry. We've done
Oh
two
yeah,
of each.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm so
no,
bad
no,
at talking with people in group.
I'm debating which one I want to do because
You can throw out a couple, and we'll sit there and say which one.
We'll just
Okay, have you
debate
seen-
your choices on yourself. It's fine.
well, I'm gonna bring up the Marvel one actually.
Okay.
Because guys, I am Groot.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So here's the description for this. You aren't much in the way of words, but you're reliable, trustworthy, and fun. You have a best friend that likes to steal the show. Hey, Adam. But you have a way of commanding attention unlike anyone else. Only when you feel it's needed. You have a group of friends who have your back, and you're always in search of a new adventure or song.
There you go.
God,
I think
I am
that
rocking,
describes you
Yeah.
perfectly. Oh
I-
no,
I
I'm a
am
raccoon.
Groot.
But like literally, that's the same as like Timon and Pumbaa, the Mike and Sully. Like that actually fits really well because that fits into that dynamic.
I haven't seen enough Marvel movies to know which Marvel character I would be.
Wait, really? You haven't seen all the MCU movies?
I haven't even seen like half the MCU movies.
Wow. Do you have Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Binge it.
Gotta get on that.
Binge it.
We did the math one time when I was working in a movie theater when I think it was Thor or Endgame. When Endgame came out, we sat down and we did the math and we were like, oh yeah, if you were to watch all the Marvel movies consecutively, it would take you like 2 days. And that was before Ant-Man and the Wasp and all that stuff came out.
Well,
You don't have to watch it.
yeah, you can say this.
Start with Thor: The Dark World. It's uphill from there. They all get better.
Yeah.
Starting with the first Avenger, going in chronological order according to story, not
Oh.
according to the way they were released.
Oh.
Because
Captain Marvel.
that's the way so many people have told me to do it. And I'm like, fine, I'll just do it. Or should I just do it in the order that they were released?
I mean, it's whatever you want to do.
I've always been an order they were released kind of
Yeah,
person. Like
yeah.
Star Wars, it's 4, 5,
It
6,
just
1,
make,
2, 3.
well, like each movie, other than the Avengers movies, I think there are mostly standalone.
Yeah,
Like
I think that was what made them the MCU so great is that they introduced the characters and then they were like, all these characters you love, we put them in one movie and now they interact together and it's great.
Yeah.
Versus Suicide Squad, who did the opposite. They were like, here are all these characters to introduce you to, love them.
We'll spin them off later.
We're gonna introduce them, and then we're gonna give them a title card, and then we're gonna introduce them again.
Oh,
So bad.
Shoot, I'm trying to think of any other ones that I have. You had Gru. What other ones did you say you had?
I had a couple. I got Juno.
Ooh. Ooh.
I got
I
Juno.
don't know how I feel about that.
Do you want me to read the description for
Sure,
Juno?
Sure.
You are pregnant.
I
Is this
am.
your way of telling us?
You're expecting, oh my gosh!
Yep.
That's why I've been getting so many diaper ads on YouTube.
You were strong-willed and outgoing. It's Juno McGuff, right?
I guess. I don't know.
Is that the... you were strong-willed and outgoing despite being introverted, and you were able to charm anyone with your sarcastic wit. Totally me.
Yeah.
You're relentlessly individualistic and have a tendency to speak without thinking, but your good-naturedness makes it easy for anyone to look past your flippancy.
Yeah, no, I feel like we all speak without thinking, especially just, I mean, over the course of this podcast, I've said some things where I'm like, can you edit that out? But I'm like, it's not going to happen. So,
No.
But like, you
The
know,
answer's no.
it's cool. I'll just be uploaded on the internet forever.
And all 7 people that watched. Actually, there's half of them 0 views.
Yeah.
Absolutely no. So who knows if anyone will watch this?
Or maybe one of us will get famous and then they'll watch all the podcast episodes and then they'll be like, oh,
and then they'll Me Too you.
Me Too.
Oh, they'll cancel you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was gonna say,
In hindsight.
That's odd. But I also got, this is the last one, I think. Yeah, I got Prince Caspian from Chronicles
Wait,
of
no,
Narnia.
Wow.
That's like a good one.
Yeah, all of them, all the other ones weren't?
Well, because
Okay.
this is the one I've actually, I'm really into Narnia, okay? So, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, Prince Caspian!
There's more a description of the character than, like, of... Like what happens in the plot, not really, like...
Oh, not
Prince
why you're
Caspian.
Prince
Yeah,
Caspian.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's the prince, and
Yeah.
he does an
You've
invasion.
You've got the hair for it.
Sure, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. And that's all I had.
Do we want to do each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I don't want to start. You guys start.
Okay.
Mr. Peanut Butter.
Oh yeah, you always said that. Have
I
you ever seen
always
BoJack
say
Horseman?
Mm-mm.
Basically, there's a character named Mr. Peanut Butter who is a dog, and this is a world with like
Oh, funny.
He's
I
a-
was going to
he's a
say
yellow
Doug the
lab.
dog for you.
Doug. Oh, from
From
Up.
Up.
Yeah, I've
I've
often
just
been
met you,
compared to a
and
golden
I love
retriever.
you.
No,
No, I've said several times, I'm like, in my head, I don't say it out loud, but I'm like, yeah, Adam's kind of like a golden retriever. And then I'm
I've
like,
said that at job interviews.
oh my god, way to sell yourself, my guy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
people love Goldens.
That's true. And I was like, yeah, I mean, he's Doug the dog. It's pretty great. I mean, you're just like optimistic and ready to go and happy and
I'm very proud. I love going outside. I love doing things. I love people.
Mm-hmm.
you constantly are
That's
finding tennis balls in the park. No,
I am. We do actually.
You keep
Oh my
sticking
gosh,
them
that was a joke.
I was about to say you keep sticking them in your mouth, but if you actually do find tennis balls, it's a lot less funny.
But yeah, no, I get. All right, in the general golden sense, then yes, I do get peanut butter more. Shoot. So those are good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was for Lucas, and I don't know why. This was like a memory I didn't know I had. Riley from the National Treasure movies, like the comedic relief, also
Which-
really smart character.
God,
Why do
I
I
have no idea. I have been so long since I've seen National Treasure.
But like he's always like, this is insane. This is insane. We shouldn't be doing this. You're gonna steal the Declaration of Don't do that. And then also, I'll at least make you laugh while you do it. Like, and I was like, I don't know why, but you give me Riley vibes. Is that his name? Riley? Did I just mess up?
No,
I've
I
never
think
seen
that I
the
believe
National
that
Treasure,
it's.
no.
Really? Wow, I
No.
thought you were gonna be like, oh yeah, National Treasure. I have.
Most Nick Cage things, I've seen the commercial a million times where he reaches his hand into the rock and then he's like, ah,
Yes.
and he's like, I was kidding.
Oh yeah.
Yes, his name is Riley.
Right.
Riley Poole. And okay,
Have you seen that?
I mean, it's a little bit
a
there, but
fuzzy
it's like,
memory.
yeah, for sure.
It was a fuzzy memory for me, but I was like, he gives me Riley vibes, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, I think it because you're like smart and you're like good at problem solving from what I've seen. Because
Nope.
we don't talk. We don't talk a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry if I insulted you, but like,
No.
but like
Yeah, calling me smart.
but yeah, you're smart, and then like I don't know. Whenever you say something, it's often like kind of hilarious. Like most of the time. Sometimes
That's
I'm
good
like,
for a podcast.
that's deep.
We should have a podcast.
We should.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Maybe we should like set that up sometime.
Yeah.
The one I thought of was specifically Spider-Man 3 Spider-Man, because like I said,
No.
you have that
That's
an
side.
You've
So,
crossed the
yes.
line.
Wait, you talking? Are you talking full finger guns, or are you talking?
That's an
like,
aspect, you know,
There
that
was-
is
because you can.
That
be
means that
goofy
your best
and
friend
silly
just told you
sometimes.
that there's a side to you that involves finger guns. How do you feel about that, Lucas?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Well, because you're very Peter Parker-esque in general. I've always said that, like, you
I
would have
can
played.
see-
All right, Harry.
I am Harry. I have the same hair as Harry. Oh god.
Yeah. I blew
who's
half your
that?
face
Is
off
that
with a
the Franco?
grenade.
Yeah,
James
Yes.
Franco,
Yeah, James
yeah.
Franco. Actually, it's funny. This is a little off topic, but I wanted to bring this up because almost every single day I go into work, I work at Tropical Smoothie right now.
Ooh.
Well, not
Can you give
anymore.
me that sweet... Oh, damn it.
Oh, what's an actually I
Give me
can.
that sweet discount.
Actually, I get 20% off for my friends.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
While I'm working. But what's it called? They play just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home. And every single time I think of The Amazing Spider-Man 2 when he's like doing all the detective
Yeah.
work and figuring out about his dad, and I'm like, that's such a dumb scene.
That is such a dumb
It's such
scene.
an awful song usage, and I'm like, I hate you, Sony. You did this for money. I know you did.
Well,
Like,
because the director didn't want to make a third one, did he? He was like, he wanted to make a third one, he didn't want to include Venom. I think.
no,
is
you're
the
thinking
thing.
about Spider-Man 3. I'm talking Amazing Spider-Man
Yeah.
2.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
There-
so Mark
there's-
Webb also didn't want to do that,
Yeah.
probably.
yeah, no, definitely not. There is one, like, good little part I found in it from the last time I watched it, and it's definitely improv on Andrew Garfield and
Emma Stone.
no,
Dane DeHaan.
Dane DeHaan,
Yeah.
where they're, revisiting their friendship, and Harry's goes, you know how models are. Peter goes, yeah, the model thing. Which I thought, yes, that's perfect. That makes me believe that they're friends, you know?
I don't know why my other one was, have you ever seen Love, Simon?
Yes.
I'm not calling you gay. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying
no,
that you
it's
have
fine.
Simon
I-
vibes. Which I love that movie. I love Love, Simon.
Did I not tell you my opinion of Love, Simon?
Oh,
That
no.
it's just like, that it's just you've got mail but gay.
It is. I mean, it bothers me a lot because I know that, like the blackmail thing, like the character who blackmails Simon, awful, irredeemable, and at the end, I don't know why he's redeemed at the end. He's a piece of shit human being. But, like, yeah, no, you're just, well, because you're, like, I don't know, to other people, to, like, everyone that you're not super close with, you're kind of, like, reserved. But,
Yep.
like, when you're with your, people you're tight with, like, the 13 Reasons Why girl, he gets a lot more fun and silly and goofy and, full of, like, personality and stuff. And,
I worked on a movie with one of the 13 Reasons Why cast members. I worked on post for it. It was so... It's...
so what you're saying is you made it.
No.
You,
I just
you heard
did
it.
post-production
guys.
sound for it. It's called The Pale Door, if somebody's watching this in the future and wants to check it out. It's on somewhere.
Vimeo.
Don't trust the trailer.
Vimeo.
Don't trust the trailer. But yeah, it was an interesting movie.
Did you do the post for the trailer?
We don't talk about the post for the trailer.
Oh.
It was... we could get into it, but I don't want to trash talk anyone and burn a bunch of bridges in the film industry.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it was an interesting movie, but it was funny because I looked at him. The main character of the movie is, and I can't remember his name, and this is going to sound really bad, but he's the guy that plays a school shooter in 13 Reasons Why. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I watched one episode. I watched the pilot.
Maybe could you point him out if I pulled
Yeah,
up
I could
the
definitely
cast?
stared at his face doing Foley for like 30 years. Of course I can point him out. That guy. Devin Druid.
Devin Druid.
Devin Druid, who plays Tyler on 13 Reasons Why. And it was so funny because we were sitting there and we were doing post for it and we were like watching it on the dub stage and the director is just, he's just observing it. I'm not actually going to say that anymore. I think what happens on the dub stage stays on the dub stage. But it was really funny.
What happens in accounting stays in accounting.
Where did that come from?
The Office.
Yeah,
everything.
that sounds like
Yeah, for sure.
the
That's
thing
the
to say.
obvious.
But yeah, no, it was a fun movie to work on because there was a lot of sound design that went into it. That was really cool. So it was like a Western horror movie. It was really interesting. Yeah.
a Western horror.
Yeah.
I would love to do something like that.
That'd be cool.
It was fun, and the Foley was fun for it because I mixed the Foley, and then yeah, it was really cool.
So I'm trying to think of who you would be. Actually, it's funny because remember. Okay, so we have a funny memory. When we were working on my last. Well, we weren't working on my last movie because I didn't make it. But when we were doing the fundraising video for horror.
Yes.
And I have one of the characters is a horror stereotype.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, one of my characters that I relate to most is a person from your movie.
Which I did not do that on purpose at all.
But it certainly seemed like you did at the time.
Yeah.
I was certainly like, you modeled this after me and then just gave me a murderous tendency and we're like, yeah, there you go.
In all honesty, I modeled it after people from high school, like all my movies. But yeah, no, it was funny because I think the joke was because I had them improvise things. And I was like, all right, improvise what your yearbook quote would be. And like she was like, oh, some Bible verse. And then like she asked like,
I just say from the back of the room, I'm like, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13.
And we were like, that was absolutely perfect. But like, yeah, she's very like the character I wrote is very like. Well, like, she has a lot of similar qualities. Like, she's very academic. She's very, like, proactive. If she sets her mind to do something, she'll do it. She likes having, like, she only has that close-knit group of friends, you know. She's not super duper, like...
She is, in fact, religious, which
she
is a trait that Hermione does not have.
And, but yeah, no, so it's just so funny on set. I love the girl I cast in it. She was amazing. She sold it so well.
For sure.
That was one of my favorite. I think that was my favorite cast to work with. I'm sorry, Lucas. But like they all did so perfect. But her, because the great thing about her was, she was after we were done, she was like, okay, the problem is I'm nothing like this girl. And I'm like, oh, well, that's great because that means that I actually did my job instead of just like casting our friends to be our friends.
I love playing characters that aren't me. Sorry.
I've casted you as you every time.
Yeah, every time.
I am bad. I would never act, so it's a good thing you didn't ask me because I couldn't do it in front of the camera.
Well, I could still make the movie today.
Do you remember that time I did that protocol lab in
oh yeah,
class?
We did.
You
we
were
did
in our class then. We did this protocol lab, and I was like, I want to be talent. I just want to try it.
Oh, yeah.
And I sat there, and I had to cry for an hour and a half.
Oh, my God, yeah, you went hardcore.
You did
that
hardcore.
Was sad, yeah. Not, I mean, like, sad and, like, I saw you crying. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Not in the, like, she's trying to cry. That's sad.
How pathetic.
Yeah.
No, I just distinctly remember afterwards, I was walking out, and apparently, like, a lot of people had to leave the room. And I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, no.
I definitely did.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna, that's scary. And then Alex saw me and he was like, hey, do you need like a stiff drink or something? And I was like, yeah, that'd be nice, but I think I'll just take a nap. Like, because I was so tired.
Wow.
I was dehydrated.
Never have I related to a sentence more.
Yeah. I just remember there was this thing from that BuzzFeed Unsolved series where they were like, I just really want somebody to take me out. And he goes, like on a date or with a sniper gun? He goes, surprise me. And I was like, yeah, that's me. Like,
Can you think of one, Lucas?
For me?
Yeah.
I would have said Leslie Knope because I have thought that before. I have no idea when I thought that, but as soon as you said that, like that memory of Leslie Knope just bam.
Yeah.
Like,
I hate to double down on like character stereotypes, but I want to say Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps.
That was I had that thought. I was like, am I like Judy Hopps?
The little bunny rabbit from, what's it called?
Zootopia.
From Zootopia.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
she's got a can-do attitude, and she's fine with being a parking maid. What is it? Meter maid.
Meter maid, but she's the best meter maid. And then she graduates to, you know...
doing amazing
well, actually,
things.
because they go on, like, not a road trip, but they go on, like, this, like, you know, adventure to solve this heist. Or solve the heist, but solve the crime, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny, because we had... our road trip movie.
Yeah, no, I thought about that. I was like, could I just say a movie that hasn't happened yet and it's us driving across the country?
Me and Emma were gonna do a road trip movie.
I relate most to me.
Because we're very opposite personality wise. So it's funny because the tagline to the movie was he's driving her crazy and
she's just driving.
And she's just driving.
I like that. That's good.
And I was like, If I've never heard anything that more accurately sums up a friendship before than the friendship that you and I have, where it's just like, Adam, calm down. I'm
great.
constantly, Adam, just chill. Like,
That's great though. Oh
Yeah.
man, that.
so. And then I would see. I said Doug. Oh, and Riley for you, and then that was. I think that was it. And then I had the Metropolitan character, which.
Oh,
is
go
a
ahead.
movie-
Yeah, you want to talk
Yeah.
about that?
She. What are you-
We're good. No, we're good.
Okay. Her name's Audrey Rouget, I believe is her name. I believe that's how you say it. And she is in the movie Metropolitan from 1990, which I just recently watched with a friend, and it was kind of scary how well I related to her, because the movie starts and she's like pining after this guy, and then at the end it gets resolved, which I'm like, maybe that means for me eventually I'll find somebody, but like, because in case you haven't noticed, I'm hella weird, but she like is kind of pining after this guy, but he doesn't feel the same way, and then eventually he does feel the same way, but like, is it too late? And like, but she asks, this girl was like, oh yeah, so her, what is the character?
Which one is she?
She is,
See that one?
no, she's the short hair girl.
You look alike. No, I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, no, I was like, her hair's really cute, and my friend was like, yeah, no, you guys have the same haircut. Yeah. But she is Audrey, and then the guy that she's interested in is Tom, and then Tom is interested in a girl named Serena. So Serena and Audrey are talking to each other, and then she's like, or Serena's like, oh yeah, Tom mentioned you, and she was like, oh, what'd he say? And he was like, he said you were really well read. And she was like, like, that's the last thing you want your crush to describe you as, is well read. You want to say like, oh, she's fun, or she's charming, or she's cute, but like, no, well read is like the most dry adjective you can use to describe someone. And honestly, I would probably say that most of my crushes in the past would have described me as
Well read. Wow.
At least that's a positive one.
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
no,
positive. It's not like, oh, she's a bitch. Like, even though I'm pretty sure some people would say that, I don't think any of my crushes would, so that's good. Yeah, no.
All right. Well, hey, I think this is a pretty good one. I think
Yeah.
this is a pretty good.
Awesome.
I like these because we usually just do movies or we do brackets or stuff. So
Yeah.
they're just top like questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like opening them up.
No.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
But yeah, would you like to? Wait, have you guys said your piece?
I think so. Yeah. Is there anything?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I mean,
do
it's
you
fun.
do you have anything to like
Plug.
plug?
Plug.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I mean,
She's really good at sound.
I'm really good at sound. If you ever have sound things, I don't know. I don't want to give my email out. That's weird. So,
Yeah,
like,
no,
just
no,
check
no.
me out. Wolford.jpg on Instagram. That's WOLFORD.jpg on Instagram. There you go. I never post.
Now
but
do it with an announcer voice.
WOLFORD.jpg on Instagram.
Oh, that reminds me. One thing I want to say before we go is that the
Oh,
character...
also, I am John Mulaney.
Oh, I love John
Aren't we
Mulaney so
all
much.
Aren't we
John
all
Mulaney.
John Mulaney? But like, he's like, I grew up Catholic. Oh, I know exactly what you're gonna say, and
I'm
you're
trying to
making
find
me
it.
so mad.
Wait, what?
Because I always told her
She's
that
not
she
even
looked
in
like...
the movie.
She's not even in the movie. I told her she looked like Chicken Little's mom,
Chicken Little's mom.
which you only see in a photograph.
She's not even in the movie.
But she's somewhere in here. Dang it, I can't find her. But
Chicken Little's mom.
Just-
I swear, dude, I
Wow.
swear. You never heard me say this?
No, never. That's amazing, honestly.
Where is it? I can't believe I almost forgot it too, because I know I remember like a minute before, or that we started. I was like, I gotta bring that up. Oh crap, she's cut off in that picture. Actually, you don't even really look like her now that I actually look at her. She has red
She
hair.
just has the same hair as me.
but yeah, no, that makes me. That
here
was
it
so
is.
funny.
Can you make it bigger? How do you make it? No.
Oh, we're
Well,
going
I
to
can't believe you've done
Disney
this.
fan.
Fandom.com.
No.
We have a history with the Disney website.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, I mean that looks. Okay, maybe it does kind of look like me. The face shape and stuff, and like my hair.
A little
Shit,
bit.
you're right.
Wow.
Jeez.
Oh wait, actually, that's a good point. Okay, characters that we look like. So I said for you, I would say, what's it called?
Chicken
Little's mom.
Chloe Cluck. Thank you very
What's
much.
her name? Chloe? How do you know that?
Chloe
Oh,
Cluck.
it says it there. I was like, dang.
Yeah,
hardcore fan here.
I was about to say too, like, how do you
I
know
stand
that?
the Chicken Little. I'm the president and only member of the Chicken Little fan club.
See, I used to look like a normal human being, but then I fell in love with Chicken Little and had some work done.
Oh my-
and now I look like my
That's
favorite character.
too real, though. People like do that. They're like, have you seen that video of that guy who wants to look like a K-pop star? He wants to look
no.
like
Oh,
Jimin.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
from-
yeah, yeah.
I
from-
believe it, though.
I don't know what the band is called.
Oh, man, I just thought of a character I relate to.
Oh,
What?
Linguini from Ratatouille, who's...
I was gonna say the rat from Ratatouille because I just love to cook. So,
I would say I look like the rat from Ratatouille. No, I'm kidding. But, shoot, who do you look like?
I don't know.
Who do I look like? I got Johnny Depp a lot in high school.
No, you're not tan enough.
I think it's more the facial structure.
With the
The
facial
nose
hair.
is similar, I think.
I'm so bad at memorizing actors' faces unless they've been in like a
Well, to be
ton of
fair,
stuff.
Johnny Depp is
Or a-
basically a
I
shapeshifter.
I don't know what Johnny Depp
yeah.
looks like. He could literally, you could be Johnny Depp right now, Adam, and I just wouldn't know. I'd be like, yeah, no, that's just Adam, and then they'd be like, no, this whole time you've been talking to Johnny Depp in a college student outfit, and I'd be like,
Yeah, no, it's definitely the
You can do
mustache
it.
that gives it to me. Yeah, no, I'll give you Johnny Depp. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Everything on here, I looked up Johnny Depp. It's just Amber Heard, like legal stuff,
Oh,
which is
wow.
very
Yikes.
depressing. But
I don't know who you look like.
I've been
I'm
told
so bad.
Ellen DeGeneres.
I've been
My
told
life.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Well, you're welcome.
Tune in for our new podcast, Two Ellens.
Between two Ellens, and the
Between two
microphone
Ellens.
is between two Ellens.
I actually, speaking of Ellen, I found one of my favorite TikToks last night, and it was like a game show on her show where she was like, it's like hunky dudes like answer questions,
Oh gosh.
and she's like, define a homophobe, and he's like, someone who doesn't like gay people. Ellen's just like, what? And then she's like, oh, I meant homophobe.
Homophone.
Homophobe,
wow.
yeah. And she's like, did I say homophobe? Which is hilarious.
That's great.
Because just him being like, I don't know, someone who doesn't like gay people.
Seems like he's like, that's a weird question to put on national television.
I've been told, I actually could probably find the picture where I cosplayed for school. We used to do like Spirit Week, and you had to do it.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
like a character day. And I did. Oh, by the way, did you see that I was Drew Gooden? I met Drew Gooden the other day.
No, what? When?
Oh,
Where?
you didn't see that?
No.
Yeah, I made him a smoothie.
Shut up.
That is Drew Gooden. You know he's a Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
It said Drew in his smoothie. He liked the picture too.
Wow.
3 days later, like Jesus.
Like Jesus.
That is so. That's so cool. And the whole thing is like, I'm so mad because I'm like, I know if I
He's
went
in there,
outside more, I would find him eventually. No.
I
I would stalk. No, I'd probably
Oh,
just
wow.
run into him at like Publix or something, and I'm like, that's a really creepy thought that I've had. But I've always thought like, if I just like walked around, eventually I'd see someone that I knew.
You know, a good way to get viewers is to invite Drew Gooden on the podcast. Why didn't you think of that,
Dang
Adam?
it. Well, it's funny because I was in the front alone. No one else is like, no workers. They're all in the back, and like no customers are there. He comes in to get an online order, and like, you know, I have a million people a day. If I get a Johnny, I'm not like, oh, it's Johnny Depp probably. You know,
Yeah.
like I got
Yeah.
a Drew, so I just
A
wrote
Drew G.
No, not even a G. I just got Drew. And so I was like, all right, he comes in and I hand him, he gets a smoothie or whatever. And I'm like, Drew Gooden? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, road work ahead.
No, that like haunts him though. He's like, I just think.
Oh,
it's,
he makes so much money off that.
It's so funny to me though. He's like, when he first made his Road Work Ahead merch, and he was like, yeah, and you can buy merch about the vine that ruined my life. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh my
yeah.
gosh.
But,
But
like,
yeah, no, I don't want to sound like I've been creepily thinking about meeting Drew Gooden.
I have.
Oh, stop it.
Well, it's just funny because I was like,
I mean,
was
I
like,
have, but like
barely-
I don't want to sound like I have. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, for
But
sure.
like I've thought about meeting people in the industry and like I gotta keep my cool when I meet people,
Uh-huh.
you know?
I did not. I fangirled out like a little
No, I
schoolgirl.
mean, with Drew Gooden, it's okay. But, like, I'm thinking, like, if I met George Clooney on set one day, I would have to keep my cool somehow. And, like, I think I would just... at that point, when you're working on a George Clooney movie, you probably
you're
met
prepared.
people at some
Like,
point.
I just expected Joe Schmo to come in, and it was Drew
Yeah,
Gooden.
that's true. Because, like, you look on the call sheet and you're like, who am I meeting today? Okay, I got... Who am I miking? For me, it's like, who am I miking today? Okay, I got George Clooney, Adam Driver, and, you know, Meryl Streep. Okay, cool. And, like, I gotta put myself in that mindset.
Who would you be most excited to meet in that scenario? I think it's Adam Driver. For me, at least. I just want him to shout my name or something. Adam! Like, because I love him shouting. That's just great.
No, I do... Have you seen that TikTok audio where it's just Kylo Ren screaming things, and it's just Adam Driver from different movies, but everybody's like,
you have to feed the rats on schedule or they get sick.
Yeah, my favorite. I just had sex and I'm about to eat nachos. It's so funny.
Oh, he's great.
Probably either. I would say probably Adam Driver, just because he's a cool dude, you know, and he's so much cooler than I will ever be, ever.
Oh yeah, I actually, like, Twitter has found out that I love Adam Driver, so on my Explore page, it's just a whole thread of Adam Driver tweets. Sometimes. Would you pick?
Who would I pick out of those three?
Yeah.
What did I say? George Clooney, Meryl Streep, and
you said Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Yeah,
no, George Clooney, Meryl Streep. Those were the three.
Oh,
options.
those were the three. Yeah.
Good. I think I'd have to pick Clooney.
Oh wow, really? That's my third.
He is very. Oh, really?
Yeah, no, for sure. Meryl. It's
No,
Meryl.
okay.
You're
yeah,
telling me
Meryl.
I can meet, like, a master criminal and Batman in the same, like, body? Yeah.
Actually, do you think anyone's come up to him, like, recently and been like, "Oh my gosh, you're Batman"?
No, absolutely not.
I would want to do that.
Wasn't he in the really campy Batmans?
Oh, the worst one. No, one. It was just Batman and Robin. The worst one.
That.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got off track. So I apologized, asked Drew Gooden for a picture, and he did. And then he was like, "Oh, I smiled, but then I realized I was wearing a mask, so I felt dumb." And I was like, "Haha, I love YouTube videos. Bye."
It's okay, because, like, I don't know. I can tell when somebody's smiling because, like, you can see their, like, cheekbones move a little bit. Like, not their bones, but, like, you can see their bones move out of place.
Yeah.
No, but you can see, like, their cheeks kind of go up, which is nice, because I hate, because I'm such an American. Like, I'm so aggressively American. Like, I go to the store and I'm, like, smiling at everyone, and then I'm like, oh, wait, I'm wearing a mask. Versus, like, I've just, my friend, she's from England, she's like, you can spot an American in England a mile away because they're smiling at everyone. It's creepy as hell. And I'm like, oh my gosh. That's
Really?
too
I've never noticed that. Do people smile at everyone? Is that a thing?
No.
Well, or like
in every other country,
or
at least in the European countries,
you just act like nobody else is there.
Yeah, if you're smiling, they assume you're trying to sell them something.
Oh, it was my
Which is very American, yeah.
Yeah, that is very American.
Looks like someone wants to sell me something. I told you he was on to us. Name that show. Do you know that show? You know that show.
Oh, I do.
I told you he was on to us.
Oh shoot! I'm gonna get mad that I don't know it. Yeah, is it Parks and Rec?
No.
Oh, what is it?
SpongeBob.
Oh, I'm thinking live action. Dang it.
It was looks like someone wants to sell me something.
Oh, I remember.
And then they're crouched behind the little rock, and he goes, I told you he was on to us. I just remember stupid stuff like that. But I guess
it's great.
You have too, of like, you're like, it's like that scene in...
all the time.
I've told people before, like my mom, she's like, your catchphrase is like, it's like that scene in blank, where blank happens.
But when I was in high school, I cosplayed as Superman. No, I'm kidding. I was Shaggy. And because I always have that little chin hair.
I thought about Shaggy, and then I was
hair.
for you, and then I was like, I mean,
I got Shaggy a lot in high school too.
Really?
I was very lanky, and with the long hair and the facial hair, I could see it. I hated it, but I could see it.
I'm definitely a Velma, unfortunately.
Well, who else would you want to be in this?
Fred.
Fred's
dope. Fred's dope
Actually,
as
you have
hell.
the same hair as Fred.
I do.
No, I'm kidding.
You've told me that before.
Have I really?
Yeah, you were a little tipsy, but yeah, you said that you have the same hair as Fred, and I was like,
Great.
Oh,
You're
that must
not
not have been
wrong.
long ago because I just turned 21 like 3 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but yeah. So wow, that's what we look like. All right.
sorry this got off topic so much. I'm really
Oh,
bad at
it's-
keeping attentive.
I
Oh
think
no,
it's
we're
great.
good.
Yeah, we're.
All right, so
Okay.
Emma, you've plugged yourself. Thank you very much for coming on. We
Thank
very
you
much
for
so
having me.
appreciate you. And if you'd like to come on at any point in time, please ask us. We love having people.
We could do a birthday
And-
podcast on my birthday.
That sounds
So
like
you're
a lot
just
of
gonna
fun.
do a birthday podcast on my birthday with your birthday gift with your birthday? I don't know what the quote is, but have you seen that? So you're just
Oh,
gonna give me a
Tyler, the
birthday
Creator.
gift on my birthday with my birthday?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Happy birthday! She like splashes her in the face. It's great.
And if you have a guest you want to see on the show, we'll tweet at him. Drew Gooden, tweet it at
we're
him.
getting Drew
Yeah, we're
Gooden.
getting.
He's
we're
in the
getting
area.
Drew.
Drew, we love you. Please come on our podcast. Thanks. Bye.